Welcome to the Running Network Show. Join us each time as we explore the people, the places, and the events that shape our great sport.
Good evening, carbohydrate lovers. It's really great to see all of you here, and from the bottom of a lot of hearts at the Detroit Free Press, I'm here to welcome you. I'm Paul Anger, editor and publisher of the Free Press, and I have had the honor of using those air horns to start the race and to greet people as they break the tape, and to see all of the volunteers in action, to meet all of our charity partners, and of course our sponsors. And so this night feels like the start of something, the start of a ratcheted up enthusiasm leading to the race. It's not the start of the work though. And I know all of the people in this room know that. Our wonderful charity partners have been recruiting and making sure they maximize what they can get out of the race. Our volunteers have been organizing and comparing notes and working hard and lining up what they're going to do, and we so appreciate that. And of course, our sponsors. And we are talking about sponsors of the Detroit Free Press, Flagstar Marathon, and first have to thank Flagstar Bank for just a wonderful, wonderful relationship that we have. Now, we are talking also about growth in Detroit when we talk about this marathon. We are going to have, we hope and believe, 20,000 participants this year in all the different races that they can enter. And that will be a record. We are already at 18,300, so we are up over last year in every category. And I think if we can just recruit a few more relay runners, we'll be up in that category too. So if you know some relay folks, get out there and drum up some business for us. But this is growth in Detroit. This is a good news story. It's not just a feel-good story, and we know that, but the numbers are up, and we so appreciate that very much. Thank not just Flagstar, which we've had such a great relationship with, but also some key sponsors and some new sponsors, and for continued support. New Balance, official gear sponsor for us. The DMC, we welcome the DMC. And the DMC, the official healthcare provider, just wonderful to have such an appropriate relationship with all of the sports medicine and fitness that's done there. And all of the rest of our sponsors and all of our charity partners and all of our volunteers, thanks so much. You're going to hear now from race director Pat Ball, who has some news about what's new and different besides the record numbers that we're heading toward. And she will describe some changes for you, some exciting changes. And Pat, are you ready?
Thank you, Paul. So we can count on you on the horns this year? Good, thanks. So with our current numbers, I just want to say with our current numbers at just over 8,200, that puts us almost 10% ahead of this time last year. So we are well on goal for hitting that 20,000 number this year. And the nice thing about it is it's now controlled growth. We really like that. So on to new and different for this year. We have a new logo, which we designed with combined efforts of our creative department and New Balance. And that's the new logo. As part of that, we have new medals this year, and John Scott from Maxwell Metals, who produces our medals. John, are you here? Could you just stand up? So I'm going to pass, these are the prototypes for this year, and I'm going to pass them around, but they're absolutely beautiful, and these medals go to every person who runs the marathon, crosses the finish line. One of the things that we're going to do differently this year is we will run the course in reverse. So we're going to take advantage of the waterfront and the riverfront at the end of the course rather than the beginning. So for all of those of you who have ever run before and you're doing the Lafayette, I have a name for that, but I won't say it out loud. You're running that Lafayette. You're actually going to go out Lafayette to Indian Village. and then you'll return to the finish along the riverfront. So we think that's going to be beautiful and extraordinary, and you're absolutely going to love it. We will, for the first time, be featuring an official finish line party called Concord After Party. So Concord, the official Free Press Marathon after party. As part of that finish line party, the Killer Flamingos and Brian Vander Aert will be performing. So that should be really, really cool. And we have a new location for the start and finish. We're going to be finishing right out front of the Detroit Free Press building at 600 West 4th Street. So we're really, really excited about that. It'll be very, very cool. And since our mission is to create an extraordinary experience for everybody, we try to continue to look for ways to build relationships and partnerships with exceptional organizations who can align with us on the mission. So since we changed the location of the start and finish area, we thought it would be a perfect opportunity to create an exceptional finish line area. And so this year, we're very proud to announce a partnership with Albert Kahn Associates. They're famous for their world-renowned architectural designs, and more recently, they've won awards for their work in positively altering the image of the city of Detroit during the Super Bowl and the NCAA championships. So they will be designing and have designed the flow of the start and finish areas. We hope that we'll build on this relationship for the future, and our goal is to create a finish that is truly Detroit and only Detroit, and the only place you can get the experience of that finish is in Detroit. So we're here to tell you more about that partnership and to unveil the results of this year's finish in a company-wide contest is Stephen White, Principal and Senior Stockholder in charge of Urban Design and Landscape Architecture.
So our CEO, Stephen Whitney, made a presentation in-house and said, you know, we've got a great opportunity to put our creative minds together, and we'd love to have competitions internally amongst ourselves. That's just something designers and architects like to do. So we had one, and we pared it down, and believe me, there were some crazy ideas, over the top, you know, spanning the roadway with incredible structures that we, of course, would love to build if we could certainly find the financing for it. But then we got a little real, and as we kept moving forward, we pared it down and made a presentation in-house, two very high-quality solutions. And tonight, we are going to present the winning solution that was juried by a panel that you brought forward into our office, and I'm going to introduce Callista Watson and Liz Michaud to take you through a couple of slides to highlight, in their words, the experience on the start-finish line.
I'm Callista Watson, and Liz and I wanted to create a design that really celebrated the international feeling of the marathon. We know this is one of the few international marathons in the world, and so we wanted to take aspects of the Canadian and American flags and include them, and we also translated the word finish into 36 different languages and put them in the background.
We wanted to incorporate the background of the languages and kind of use it to tie all the different race elements together. So these were our idea for some pennant banners that could be located at the start-finish line to encourage the racers, as well as use it to for a new mile marker along the course. One of our ideas was to bring Albert Kahn together with the marathon and use the beautiful building here. We've designed some decals that would go in the archway of the windows to maybe put it up before the race and encourage and let the community know what's going on and promote the race.
So here's a finished product of what the finish line could look like at the corner of 4th and 2nd Street in front of the Free Press building. It's kind of some Photoshop work of various things put together.
Isn't that really cool? Thank everybody for being here. The next 12 weeks ahead really is going to count, and I know we have a lot of work to do.